YouTube. This is the husband and wife Q&A. We have about 9 questions to answer that were given to us anonymously. So here we go. First question is for Zach. All-wheel drive, rear wheel drive, or 4-wheel drive. Oh man, that's horrible. That's really bad.
That's front wheel drive.
Front wheel, sorry. You drive on all 4 wheels, I hope. Maybe more.
It's your drive wheels. Your all-wheel drive is all wheels.
Drive. You just sound like not into this at all.
I was trying to take a nap and you woke me up, so.
Can I slap your face around?
No.
Excited?
Excited or pissed off?
Okay.
And all real. That's what happens when you ask me something. I'm tired.
Okay. All wheel, front wheel, or rear wheel drive. Which would you prefer?
Rear wheel drive.
Why?
Because
why?
I don't have a use for all-wheel drive, and front-wheel drive I've had, and it's very hard to make power to the ground.
Gotcha. Turbo or supercharger?
Turbo, for sure.
Then we get on to the one where we both are on the fence about. I am. He's not. Butter or olive oil? And I'm not a commie. I prefer to use butter on certain things, and when I'm cooking like chicken or vegetables, olive oil, or coconut oil or avocado oil, but most of the time
You just use butter with everything.
butter with potatoes, butter with meat. Sometimes. It's usually like if I'm out, then I have to use that for meat and everything else.
Just butter. Butter everything.
Okay, next question. How do I deal with Zach being on the road? And that is a lot of communication. And I do just fine because I got 2 kids to take care of. So, running around crazy. But how do you do with being on the road away from us?
Sleep good at night.
Oh, yeah?
Nobody wakes me up.
Except your phone. And the person next to you. In the truck next to you.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Most times I don't have anyone next to me.
Yeah. Try not to think about how long the week is. Tends to just kind of fly by these days. 2 kids makes it kind of fly a lot faster. But just stay in touch. I think we FaceTime probably 6 to 8 times a day. It's pretty easy. If I wasn't working, I was just sitting at home doing nothing, no kids, I'd be pretty bored. Really, really bored. But I'm not. Okay, next question is, how did you propose? And I'll let you sum it up real quick. I don't think we need to go into like full detail.
How quick? Because I got quick as in I got on a knee and asked you to marry me, and then I got
Quick with some detail.
How did I propose?
Okay,
Well, it was real simple. Took her somewhere.
Expensive. Inexpensive. Not expensive.
And then I asked her to marry me.
In another area. Like a secret photographer.
That's how I did it. It was really simple.
There's a lot of funny little details to it, but that's for another time. How do we cope and keep relationships strong with being away from each other so much?
It kind of ties into the other one.
Yeah, communication,
It's a huge part of it.
trust.
equally as large.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't really think about that because I don't really
Have to try. It just
know.
happens.
It just kind of happens. It's easy.
Mhm.
She takes care of her end, I take care of my end, and it just works well together. And
Whatever.
pretty easy. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Navigating divorced parents and in-laws.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any problems with anybody in your side of the family.
I don't either.
It's pretty easy.
I'm very fortunate to be included in on good families. There's not much drama, really. I mean, every family's gonna have drama, but ours is pretty neutral. People just tend to. Sometimes they interfere, but I think we've.
I don't know if it's really interfering as much as it is. It's just a parent thing where they put in their opinion.
Yeah,
And
that's gonna happen.
it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't had any run-ins where they're arguing with each other through you or anything like that.
Yeah.
There really isn't a whole lot of that. They kind of keep to themselves. They don't make a huge stink out of it. And
They don't bombard us.
as far as I'm concerned, it's just easier for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he comes from a family that's not divorced. I, on the other hand, do. So, being from a divorced family, you kind of become a middleman and you learn how to just tread lightly with other people. And so that, I don't know where I was going to go with that. What? Just kind of gives you knowledge of how to approach a situation with that stuff. Let's see. Kind of breeze through this.
Yeah.
What's your best advice to our younger selves? You go first. You want me to go first?
Go first.
Okay. My best advice would be, remember that karma is bitch, and that anything you do will come back to you. Whatever you put out in this universe will affect you and come back. So to treat everybody the way you want to be treated. Don't talk shit behind people's backs, because it'll obviously just come right back to you and make your life a living hell. And just keep to your own. Don't butt into other people's business because it doesn't include you. I've broken a lot of relationships doing that, and I wish I wouldn't have done that. Did you have to learn? Yeah.
Take care of your credit. I mean, it's huge. You don't think about it when you're young. And my dad always told me it was going to be important. And 18, 19, 20-year-old me was like, what do you know? He knew. Because now I've been trying to fix it for 4 years what I messed up in about 6 months. And
it's hard to catch back up.
Almost impossible. Unless you just absolutely commit to it.
Right. It's easier when you don't have kids and all this other.
Yeah, I mean, because then you could just throw excess money at any debts you have and stuff like that.
We got Kyler over here.
Yeah. He's debt free. And happy.
How do you know it's a good time in life to have a family or get married? Does it just happen, or is it like a conscious decision? And is there ever really a right time?
Okay, I'm going to break this up into pieces. Answer them one at a time.
Okay.
First one. How do you know it's a good time in life to have a family and get married? I don't know if it's knowing it's a good time as much as just feeling it out and deciding with your significant other that it's the right time. Does it just happen, or is it a conscious decision? Yes.
Absolutely.
It's both. It just kind of happens, but then you have to also make the decision, because you can't just, oh, look, we ended up married.
Yeah. Right. Have to be on the same page.
For sure.
We had a conversation, not even when we started dating, it was probably like a week before we started dating. And we talked about what we wanted in a relationship. That we were done with just playing around, and we wanted to start a family, I wanted to be a mom. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Apparently that came as a surprise to him.
So he was on the same page. That's what he wanted, and so it just worked for us. But you need to have that conversation. You can't just jump in a relationship and expect it to go someplace without having that conversation. And it's not a scary conversation. It shouldn't be. You're just putting out what you want to.
It can be, because if you're not on the same page, like if I wasn't ready to start a family and have kids, and she came to me and said that, I'd have been like,
yeah, true.
Psycho.
Bye. Just really have to be honest with your person. Even if you're not dating them yet, you have feelings for that person, you got to put it out on the table. That way you don't just sit around wasting time. And even if that person doesn't want to have them at that moment, that's fine. But goals for the future, you don't want to just be with a person for nothing and just be unhappy your entire life.
And don't be with a person that just says, oh, I don't know.
Can't be indecisive.
That's a nightmare for you if your significant other is so unsure about what. If you don't have goals and plans for your future in some aspect, I'm not saying you have to have everything down to a T, but like at some level you have to have goals for what you want out of life.
Absolutely.
And if you don't, you're just not marriage material at that point. You're not ready. And
it's a commitment. It's not just something that you can throw around. And to be serious about things, you got to be honest with each other. And if you see any red flags, move on, because it's not worth your time, not worth the heartache. I'm getting into love advice right now. I need to chill. All right.
And the last part of that question.
Is there ever really a right time? No.
No. There's no set right time.
It's not like, I think March is a good time.
And you're never going to have enough money.
Never. Never.
It doesn't matter.
We were in the tiniest apartment and we saved. We were both working. We're not rolling the dough. We still kind of struggle, and like everybody else, just gotta be, you gotta trust yourself, you gotta trust your partner, and things happen for a reason. Total cliche, but so I think that wraps it up. That's pretty quick.
Yeah, well,
we've got a lot of
a
editing.
whole lot of participation from people.
You guys want any more Q&As? This guy's not super hip on him, but I like doing them. Maybe I can catch him on a good day. Say bye-bye. Love you. Yeah. There, that's what I wanted. Who's that? Hello.